And what's good again, YouTube? This your boy Coach Dante here with another video. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to the Sports Empire Network. Shout out to everybody that support the channel. And again, just shout out to all the loyal subscribers on the Empire Sports Network. Shout out to you guys. And I'm here for the grind. Here to drop these videos, these play-by-plays, and let's get right into the news. Let's not waste no time. I predicted this yesterday on the 7,200 seconds. Me and Key in the building. Go check that out. I predicted this will happen. Steve Nash will be fired during the middle of the season. Unfortunately, he was fired today. Still a season. He was fired. The Brooklyn Nets are 2-5, basically 7 games in the season he's fired. They lost, they were swept last year in a playoff game where you had both of your guys, Kyrie Irving, Kevin Durant. Kyrie Irving decides to play when he wants to play. Kevin Durant, it is hard being Kevin Durant, man, being a player. You know, he acts out in the off season. The organization couldn't find him a trade party that's going to take his contract, and that's going to give up all their assets just to have him. This with a rough start this year, with a 2-5 start this year. The defense is not good. You can be this high-power offensive unit, but you can't stop anybody on the other end. And Steve Nash is one of those all-time great guards that's been a part of some terrible defenses in Phoenix, and he doesn't coach defense really well. He's a very good offensive-minded coach, but he's not a great defensive-minded coach. He should have never got the Brooklyn Nets job anyway. He is not a very good coach at the NBA level. I don't think he was ready to be a head coach in the NBA level. Now you're asking him to come in. You're asking him to coach up a Kevin Durant. You're asking him to coach up a Kyrie Irving, who's part-time, who's not on the court every single night. You're asking him to coach up a Joe Harris and guys like that. And you just immediately just walked into a dumpster fire. They traded away Karis LeVert, Spencer Dinwiddie. They traded away those guys. And it's almost like this team with a Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving is not going to get a job done. This team will put together to win a championship. Unfortunately, Steve Nash is not a championship head coach. And he's just not a very good head coach, and he was flustered into the head coaching job a little bit kind of too early, especially with Kevin Durant and dealing with Kyrie Irving shenanigans. It's not a game this season. They haven't allowed 100 points. They allowed 134 points against the Memphis Grizzlies. They allowed 129 points against the Dallas Mavericks. They allowed 109 points against the Indiana Pacers, which is the game that they finally won. They allowed 110 points for the Milwaukee Bucks. They allowed 105 points with the Toronto Raptors in the game that they eventually won. And yesterday, and on the 29th of October, the last time they played, they got beat by the Pacers. They allowed 125 points. That is not going to win you ball games. Yes, you can score for score. You can go score for score with any team in the league because you got your two studs in Kyrie and Kevin Durant. But at the end of the day, you got to be able to stop guys on the defensive side of the ball. And Kyrie Irving eventually came out and said, I don't think we need a head coach, basically disrespecting Coach Steve Nash and saying they don't need him. So it'll be interesting what the Brooklyn Nets are going to do this offseason, what coaches they're going to hire. But right now, the assistant coach, interim head coach, is going to have to take over for this Kevin Durant-led Brooklyn Nets team. And like I said again, I called it. Steve Nash will be fired during the season. He got fired. I said middle of the season, but he got fired during the season. So, hey, I made that predictions. But shout out to everybody. Make sure I hit this like, comment, subscribe on the Sports Empire Network. I am out of here. Peace out. Give y'all status for any more news come up. Peace out, you guys.